the top 3 NFT gaming crypto coins that could potentially 50x your investment in 2022. So Metaverse Coins had a gigantic rise a few months ago that has since died down a bit, which leaves you a great opportunity to buy some bags for a low cost. Now, if you do anything with this video, you want to make sure that you watch this video until the end so you understand why these 3 coins I'm about to mention are valuable. And then you can apply these metrics that I mentioned to other projects in the future, and then you can hit the like button if I helped you out. And that lets me know to make more videos just like this one in the future. Now, before we get into it, I really want to mention that these are very high-risk coins, very high-risk projects with a high reward. You do not want to go 100% degen ape into these. There's a chance that you could just lose all your money. You have to keep that in mind. You do not want to fall in love with these projects. As much as that can happen, you want to put some barriers up. Just like any relationship that you try to build on Tinder, if you stick around too long, you will get hurt. Don't fall in love with these projects. 99% of projects in the metaverse sector 2 to 3 years from now won't make it and will be forgotten about. I do think the metaverse blockchain gaming craze is gonna have another meteoric rise here soon, even as close as this year. But with that meteoric rise, there is going to be a blood spilling dip that is going to hurt a lot of people. Be prepared for that. Take your profits. And if you're interested in crypto, blockchain gaming, play to earn, metaverse type stuff, hit the subscribe button for more videos like this one. So I've been looking at this project a lot. Eternal Elves. This is a play to earn NFT game, fully on chain. You can upgrade your elves abilities, get items and weapons. It's a pretty addictive game, especially once you get your elf out of the passive staking period. And I'm not going to go too into detail with these projects. I just want to give a little bit of an overview. So a big reason why I think Eternal Elves is going to be a good project is because this project was made by the same developers that made EtherOrcs. And if you guys aren't familiar with EtherOrcs is a huge project that was a free mint. So they didn't charge anything for the mint. It was completely free. And the floor price right now for this thing is 2.8 for one orc, which is insane. And the reason why this project ended up being really good is because just the team behind it, they are just a stellar team. They are just one of the best representations of what a good NFT team is. They're always giving out updates. They're active in their own community. And you can just see and hear the excitement they have when you listen to their Twitter spaces and conversations they have there. So I think that is going to bleed over into Eternal Elves once people actually find out about this project. I had a conversation with one of the developers, and they actually said themselves that they're trying to keep this project low key. They asked me like where I heard it from. I think I heard about this project from the EtherOrcs Discord, actually. Somebody just dropped the name into the Discord. And I did a little bit of research and I found this. So this is why I highly suggest you guys are interested in a project, jump into their Discord, hang out, because sometimes some good alpha drops. And that's what led me here. Very low key. They haven't been doing any marketing. Let's just compare EtherOrcs and Eternal Elves audience. So EtherOrcs has 20,000 followers on Twitter and Eternal Elves is at 7K. So you can see where Eternal Elves is at right now. And they haven't even gotten to their actual Genesis NFTs yet. Like, these elves here are not the main NFTs. These elves are just kind of your pawns. So you're getting your pawns first, you're upgrading them, leveling them, getting their weapons, generating Ren coin, which is their utility token, through campaigns, battles, passive staking, and then they're going to be releasing their Elder Elves, which is their main Genesis NFTs. So I like what they're doing here. They're doing it a lot more differently than other NFT games. And I just kind of lurk the Discord a lot. And you could just tell people are fired up about the game. They're addicted. What is this? People have constructed their own strategies. Like, look at this guy. Game plan since Rampage announcement. 2 assassins go for Bloodthirst and are not healed. I get 190 token from them every day. 1 ranger goes for Bloodthirst. You could just tell the people here spend a lot of time thinking about this game. And once you start playing it, you'll be able to see why. And this is why I highly suggest you guys, if you're not in any blockchain gaming project, get into one, because you can't really understand what it's like to be in one until you've actually done it. Like, people can tell you, oh, this project's going to the moon, this is an awesome game, it's addictive, but you don't really know why, how, or what's involved until you're actually into it. But yeah, biggest things to notice about Eternal Elves is the team behind it and the community. I mean, they basically have 2 projects that they're working on. EtherOrcs, extremely successful. And then anything the developers learn from EtherOrcs, they can apply what they've learned to Eternal Elves. And then they can tweak things and change things up to make it more unique or even better. So who knows? This project may even surpass Etherorcs. Who knows? All right, now let's talk about D-Race. D-Race is a play-to-earn NFT horse racing game. Horse racing NFT games were trending last year. They had their time. They've kind of died down recently. I believe, what was it? Zed Run started it all. But now since then, other horse racing NFT games have popped up here like D-Race. And one of the things I like about D-Race is the partners. I mean, we could see here in this animation, you just look at the billboards. What is that? That's crypto.com. Crypto.com is poking its face wherever it can. They put a lot into marketing. I believe they have their own stadium. You see their logo everywhere in the UFC. And then we just take a look at their partners. We have DAO Maker and Animoca Brands. Animoca Brands being one of the biggest investment firms for play-to-earn blockchain games. I believe they're hugely invested into Axie Infinity. So we could just take a look at the D-Race price chart right now. And I mean, it's looking pretty good. The all-time high was $8. Right now, it's about $1.50. So right now, I think would be a pretty good spot to start buying into these metaverse projects. We could just take a look at how metaverse coins are doing in general. So in the past 3 months, the past 3 months have not been that exciting, and that is one of the best places to buy in when things are boring, not exciting, influencers aren't talking about it, and it's kind of where D-Race is right now. When you start seeing a huge incline, that's when everybody's excited. They start FOMOing in. You want to buy somewhere in this area when there's kind of a lull period. So right here where we're kind of at right now, we're not catching a falling knife, but we're kind of buying in this sideways action. So I think this time would be a pretty good spot to load in. Of course, you don't want to go 100% all in. You want a dollar cost average. And the price right now is actually pretty close to where it first started, which is what, like around 60 cents, 70 cents. So the chances of it going up just seem higher with a higher reward than it going down. How much lower can it go? And we could see at this initial period where it started, that's when Sandbox didn't even pop off. So it would be hard to see D-Race going all the way back to where it started at 70 cents. D-Race, pretty good project based on who they're backed by, the investors. You can do the usual. You can own stadiums, make money with races that are held in your stadium. Check out their Twitter. Let's see if there's anything going on. 180,000 followers, which is a pretty good amount, but you know, a lot of that is probably fake followers. So let's compare this with Zed Run. How many followers does Zed Run have? Zed Run has a third of the amount of followers. Okay, so here we can kind of see the difference in what the game actually looks like compared to Zed Run. This is Zed Run here. It's very futuristic. I'm pretty sure the track is just a straight line. And then we take a look at D-Race, and they have more of a realistic looking track. And now we have Veracity, and this one's a little bit different. This isn't a game themselves. The biggest thing to know about Veracity is that they're looking to make advertisements, more efficient with blockchain. So if you were to advertise on Facebook, advertisers have realized that a lot of the views that they're getting is inflated. Like there's a lot of bots watching their ads, and that's being counted, and they're paying for these bot views, which don't really do anything. It doesn't convert into sales. So Veracity wants to fix that, and they want to recognize who the viewer is, see if they're a bot or not, and they call it proof of view. If you guys know anything about advertisements, companies put a lot of money into advertising. That's how they get their sales. That's how they get their name out there. So they say here by 2023, advertisers' total loss due to ad fraud could skyrocket to $100 billion. That is a lot of money that's being lost. So ad fraud could be repeated views, loading multiple videos in parallel, loading videos in hidden windows or tabs, manipulating analytics, and the technology they have for this ad fraud detection is patented. So they're not only working on this ad tech, but they're also big into esports, which I think is a growing industry. I mean, just take a look at Twitch. Amazon owns Twitch. YouTube is starting to ramp up their exposure to esports, live streaming, gaming. Facebook is doing the same, and they have some partnerships here. Riot Games, huge partnerships. PUBG. It looks like they're also getting into NFT stuff. And of course, they have their own token. And let's see where it's at. It looks like that's at a pretty good DCA 0.2. We're at about 2 cents from what all-time high. This is one of the coins that I started to dollar cost average into. 2 cents is looking pretty good. Of course, it could keep going lower, maybe as low as to this point, back to this point here, which is about 1 cent, which is about half of what it's at right now. I would say if you can get this thing for lower than 1 cent, then you're in a pretty good spot. It looks like somebody's saying that VRA is listing on crypto.com. If that were the case, I would expect like a pretty big spike up. Let's see, where is it available now? KuCoin, Gate. I'm not seeing any huge exchanges. Let's check their Twitter. We are pleased to announce that VRA is live on leading exchange crypto.com. So they did just get listed on crypto.com. Wonder why we didn't see a huge spike on it. That was about 22 hours ago and it went down. Usually when a coin gets announced that it's being listed on a major exchange, price goes way up. I mean, we just saw AIOZ, which is one of my favorite coins, and I was very surprised to see that Coinbase announced that they are listing AIOZ. Surprised because it just came out of nowhere. And why AIOZ? Theta isn't even listed on Coinbase, and Theta is huge. I kind of think that AIOZ maybe paid them to get listed, which I don't know how much you would have to pay Coinbase to be listed on their platform, but it was just really weird that the coins that they just recently listed included with AIOZ. Let's see, what were they? Like coins that no one's ever heard about. AIOZ, Golem, High Street, Synapse. I mean, AIOZ is good. It was just so low key. It surprised me. I didn't get it. But yeah, I think VRA is pretty under the radar right now. I think once people catch wind of this project, I think it's going to catch fire. It kind of is in that zone of AIOZ and Theta, kind of like catching an early Theta, to be honest. But yeah, these are my top 3 picks for 2022. I'd be keeping a very close eye on these. I think Veracity is going to be big. Eternal Elves, I think, is going to pop off once people start discovering it. But again, these are low market cap projects. Just take a look at Veracity, under 100 million, which is good. That means you know you're getting in early. If you guys like this video, hit the like button. Leave a comment below. Let me know which project that you are most interested in. Join our community and become a meta freak. There's a link to our Discord in the description of this video. Hit the subscribe button for more blockchain gaming NFT videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.